Hi class, welcome to week 3. I wanted to do a little video to kind of introduce you to what's coming up. First things first, week 3, starting this week and for the remainder of the semester, your Learn Smarts are going to be due on Wednesday. You have 2 due dates in this class. I do this for 2 reasons. I think real meaningful learning has to occur over a period of time. When students wait till Sunday to try to cram it all in, they just don't retain it. In addition, I think that the information that we cover works and molds together so much better when as you go into your homework that you already have a foundation, and that's what the Learn Smarts are designed to provide you, the foundation of the textbook. And so just so you know, when we look at our weeks, because since every week we'll have additional work, but for the most part, you'll know you always see a Learn Smart and you're always going to see an activity. The Learn Smart is the foundation. It's due by Wednesday. It is grounding you into the topics that we're covering. The chapter activity is to re-hone you back. And so that's why the activities, you have 2 attempts. You can get 100% on every single activity. But the idea is this brings you back to some of the main key components of that chapter so you can revisit them, basically. This week, you are also starting your diet evaluation. And so let me open this up. This is going to take the course of 2 weeks. I have a video right here to discuss this. And so you want to make sure that you begin this early enough because it will take you time to complete these assignments. You're going to need to register and you're going to need to do your 3-day diet analysis and so on. So please make sure that you pop into that sooner than later. Now that we've discussed the assignment a little bit, the other thing I wanted to show you real quick is in Chapter 2 content. Your Chapter 2 it's a good chapter, great foundationally. This is kind of a corny little video, but it's actually pretty good. But there have been actually changes to the nutrition labels since this book has been released. Actually, it just came into play a couple of weeks ago. And so I have a link here for you I really want you to take a look at because these changes that have occurred really will affect kind of what we do a little bit later in the class as far as taking out sugar from your diet and so on and so forth. The other thing that I think is really cool is it really lays out the changes that we are seeing and that are important and why it's important. Because I think that as we move into our vitamin and minerals and, super far down the road, why certain things are on a food label and certain things aren't on a food label and what's actually important to us as consumers to know. And that's why this has been changed, like including added sugars, which is really important. Including things that we tend to be deficient in. These are the 4. These are the 4 minerals that Americans tend to be deficient in. And so now they're being laid out for us versus something like vitamin C, or vitamin A, which is not really relevant for a developed nation. So anyway, that is your week. This is your Chapter 2. And then I would also encourage you to look ahead. You now see you have a few weeks open. And so by all means, you can work ahead. Just keep in mind, I may not have provided everything quite yet, but if you have a question, feel free to email me.